She lied under oath, then she stonewalled. This is the most blatant testimony I've ever seen.
All of the data has said is extremely harmful to children, these mask requirements. We'll leave that aside for now. Is that a post about your dog or sports teams? Yes or no?
My social media is in my personal capacity, Senator.
Yes or no, Ms. Shogan? You are under oath before this committee, and I have to say, you have placed this issue squarely in record by repeatedly refusing to answer. Yes or no?
My social media is in my personal capacity, Senator.
So you're not answering my question. Let's talk about another post. 26th of May, 2022. You talk about an assault weapons ban, retweet a post, ban assault weapons now. Say you agree with this idea that you have to be a certain age to buy so-called assault weapons in America. Is that a post about sports teams or your dog or mystery novels?
My social media is in my personal capacity, Senator.
What about the post on January 5th of 2021 in which you say that Ted Cruz ought to stay in his own lane and not worry about what's going on in Pittsburgh? This is a reference, I think, to questions he had about the certification of the last election. Is that a post about your dog or sports teams or mystery novels?
My social media is in my personal capacity, Senator.
What about the post, you remember December 10th, 2020, where you said that you were hoping that President Trump would have his vetoes overridden, and you agreed with the post that he was a weak policy president? Is that a post about your dog or sports teams or mystery novels?
My social media is in my personal capacity.
What about your post on January 5th, 2021, in which you speculated that President Trump would pardon himself next, participating in a conversation about the certification of the Electoral College? Is that a post about sports teams or mystery novels or your work at the White House Historical Association?
My social media is in my personal capacity, Senator.
What about the post? Do you remember this one? I said we seem to be having an incredible case of amnesia, but maybe you remember this one. This is from December 3rd of 2021, in which you advise an individual who goes by Meg on social media that the Library of Congress, you advise this person to complain about religious flags that have been planted on the grounds of the Library of Congress, and you say that they ought to be removed. And you go on to give this person advice about how to complain and have them removed. Do you remember that?
All right, folks, Jasper FF here, and what you are about to see is exactly why we have to stay vigilant. If you're ready to see the sheer arrogance of the left on full display, smash that like button and subscribe right now for more truth. So we've got Dr. Colleen Shogan, another one of Biden's picks for a powerful job, Archivist of the United States. That means she'd be in charge of our nation's most important documents, our history. And in her confirmation hearing, Senator Josh Hawley, a true patriot, exposes her for exactly what she is, a lying partisan activist. Last year, she told these senators under oath that her Twitter was just about, get this, mystery novels, Pittsburgh sports, and her dog. Can you believe that? What a wholesome, apolitical little citizen, right? Wrong. Hawley comes back and rips that facade to shreds. He lists tweet after tweet after tweet, lecturing us about forcing masks on toddlers, pushing for assault weapon bans, trashing President Trump and conservatives like Ted Cruz, and every single time Hawley asks her, "Is this about your dog?" she robotically repeats the same line, "My social media is in my personal capacity." Personal capacity? You are under oath, lady. You are being vetted for a critical government position where trust is everything. This isn't a game. This is a blatant, insulting lie to the American people and the Senate. She lied in her written testimony. And she lied again right to Hawley's face. This is the arrogance we're fighting against. They think they are so much smarter than you that they can just dismiss your questions with a canned phrase. They believe the rules don't apply to them. They can preach to you about your life, your rights, and your kids. But the second they're held accountable, it's personal capacity. It's a disgrace. And it gets worse. Hawley catches her giving legal advice on Twitter that directly contradicts a Supreme Court ruling, showing her blatant bias against religious expression. This is the kind of person who wants control over our national archives, someone who holds contempt for conservative values, for the rule of law, and for basic honesty. Hawley said it was the most extraordinary thing he's seen in the Senate, a witness just stonewalling and lying without a hint of remorse. I've never seen anything like it either. This is why we have to fight. This is why we need strong leaders like Hawley to hold these people accountable. This video is a perfect snapshot of the two-tiered system. They lecture us, but they won't answer to us. They make the rules, but they won't follow them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're sick of seeing this arrogance, if you believe in accountability and truth, hit that like button. Subscribe to Casper FF and ring the bell so you don't miss the next time we expose the truth.